Hello, students. Today we're doing function notations, notes 2-7. If you're in class, you are lucky enough to be taught by me. Now, if you're not in class, don't worry, I got a video for you. All right, so function notation is very simple. What you're going to be doing is we're going to replace the y with something that looks like this. Instead of y, we're going to write f parenthesis x close parenthesis. All right, so y is the same thing as this f parenthesis x close parenthesis. So what function notation looks like is you're just taking equations and you're writing them in function notation. So you're going to replace that y with the f parenthesis x equals, and then you're going to bring over the rest of the equation, 4x minus 1. So this f parenthesis x, this is read as f of x. So f parenthesis x is read as f of x, where f of x is the output or the y value, and x is the input. And that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be inputting values for x. So function notation is especially useful for finding a value in the range, which is our y, that corresponds to a certain domain value, which is our x. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this -7 and we're going to plug it in for x. We're going to substitute it in or plug it in. All right, so we're going to find f of -7 equals 4 times -7, because I'm replacing that x with -7, minus 1. And then we can solve that. So 4 times -7 is -28. Minus 1 equals -29. All right, the next step here now is going to be to go ahead and solve these next ones, okay? We're going to do the same thing. We're going to plug in whatever number it's asking us for in for x. So we would say f of 5 equals, wherever we see 5 or wherever we see x, we're plugging in a 5. So we're going to do 5 plus 7. Well, 5 plus 7, that's pretty simple. That's just 12. Okay, some of these won't be as simple. You'll have to use your calculator, but it's no big deal. So then we're going to do g of x. So g of, what's it asking for? -3. So g of -3 equals, this is where we're going to plug -3 wherever we see x. So 3 times -3 minus 8. Now, on ones that are a little bit harder, you can just plug this part into your calculator. So you can do, well, got to get out of here, so I'm going to hit second mode. You can do 3 parenthesis -3 minus 8, which is -17. You could also do 3 times -3 is -9, minus 8 is -17. You get the same answer either way. We're going to do a couple more by hand, and then I'm going to show you how to put it in your calculator. So looking at number 3 here, number 3 we have, it's asking us to find h of 9. So we're going to plug 9 wherever we see x, so that's going to equal 2 over 3 times 9 minus 1. Now, when you have a fraction, you might just want to type that in your calculator. So alpha y equals 2 over 3, parenthesis 9, close parenthesis, minus 1, and you would get 5. All right, now looking at the next one, we're plugging in, we're trying to find f of -4 equals, so we're going to plug -4 wherever we see x. Make sure you plug -4 in using parentheses. So -4 squared minus -4. So on this one, because of all the negatives and minuses, this is definitely one I would plug in my calculator. So parenthesis -4, close it, squared goes on the outside, minus -4 equals, and that would be 20. Okay, so believe it or not, what I just showed you is actually the hard way to do these. There is a very easy way using your calculator. It's kind of using the same calculator skills that we talked about a couple days ago. So on number 5, I'm going to show you how you can do this in your calculator. So the first thing that you have to know what is the function. So the function is anything after the equal sign before this little semicolon. So this part right here is the function. Well, what you're going to do with that part, you're going to put it in y1 in y equals, okay? So you're going to put it in y, so you're going to go to y equals, and in y1, that's where you're going to input that function. So -x squared, and I'm just typing it exactly how it looks, plus 6x minus 4. Okay, and then what you can go is you can go to your table, so second graph, and you're looking for where x is 5. What this is basically giving you, it's saying that the x value of a point is 5, tell me what the y value is. So I'm going to scroll on my calculator to find where x is 5. Well, the y value is 1. So the ordered pair that f of 5 represents is 5, 1. Okay, 5, 1 is not your answer. I just kind of wanted to show you that to make a connection. 1 is your answer. So when x is 5, y is 1. And I found that by putting this in y equals and then going to the table and finding where x was 5. All right, we're going to do the same thing for number 6. We're going to put this one in y equals. We're going to put the function itself in y equals. I'm going to bubble what the function is. There we go. So y equals negative alpha y equals 1 over 2 x plus 9. And then we're going to go to second graph, and we're looking where x is negative 8. Negative 8, when x is negative 8, y is 13, so 13 would be our answer. All right, let's look at the next couple too. All right, number 7 here. Whew, we got a big long function to put in our calculator. So we're going to put 2x squared plus 4x minus 9 and y equals. So clear it out, 2x squared plus 4x minus 9, and go second graph. We're looking where x is negative 5, where x is negative 5, y equals 21. So 21 would be the answer. See that? All right, now the next one, number 8, the absolute value. Remember, in your calculator, absolute value, you find that by going to math. You're going to arrow over to where it says num at the top, and you're going to hit number 1 because that's for absolute value. So let's go to y equals first because we're putting the absolute value in our equation in y equals. So we're going over, we're hitting math button. It's the third button down on the left-hand side. We're going over to number, and number 1 is ab, so we're hitting enter. So then I'm typing in x. Notice how I'm typing in exactly how it's written on my page, minus x squared. And then I'm going second graph, and I'm looking for where x is negative 7, y is 56. So 56 is my answer. All right, let's go ahead and turn over to the back. So now 9 and 10 you don't have to worry about doing. 9 and 10, you will see this probably in Algebra 2, but it's not something we have to really worry about in Algebra 1. But in Algebra 1, you do some operations with these. So for 11 through 16, you're going to use these right here. And I think, you know what, I think I'm going to do a part 2 video. So part 1 is just that. We'll do probably a part 2 on this next week sometime.